Hey guys, welcome to 59 Gaming. It is me, the Masked Ningen. This is a very special episode. I decided I would have to commandeer the mic and at least intro this video. We put up a post on Twitter a few days ago, basically asking you guys what predictions or like fan-made versions, because I mean some people did definitely make them OP. We asked you to submit your fan-made cards for the Masked Saiyan EZA. So today in this video we are going to go through some of our selections. A couple of other members from the team are going to jump in with ones that they have picked. We got a lot of responses, so shout out to everybody who submitted a response. I think looking at the closed list now, there's just over 200 replies. So shout out to anyone who did post a fan-made card. Obviously, apologies if yours doesn't get mentioned in this video, but as I'm sure you can appreciate, we got so many that there's no way we could go through all of them. And this is something that we will be doing in the future, not just for EZAs, but for future like Dokkan Fests and all that sort of stuff. When we know that something is going to be coming and we don't know exactly what it's going to do, we will make more videos like this. So if you didn't get into this one, make sure you submit one next time around. And yeah, we can look forward to seeing what everybody has picked.
So if you are seeing this and the official EZA has already been shown either on the Twitter or through downloads or anything like that for the Masked Saiyan, then simply look at this just a teeny bit different and say, comparing to the one that we just got officially and the fan-made ones, which one do you like most? So, and I'll personally put my own spin on that as well, saying like, look, if compared to whatever he has, this is what he has, I would personally want this over whatever they have, obviously without knowing. But regardless, just keep that in mind that just might happen because, again, the EZA came very early and we just were not expecting this. So
to start us off, I'm very quickly going to go through my one. Obviously, I talked about this on the podcast the other day, but I'm a big fan, as you guys know, of the Masked Saiyan. So I did make him a little bit powerful. I don't know if he would be quite this powerful in game, but for his revised EZA leader skill, I went for all types key +3, HP and attack and defense 120%. Now realistically I feel like maybe it'll only be 100, but you know, we've got free to play LRs now that are doing like 120% to all types. So I think giving him an all types leader skill that's anything lower means that you're probably not going to use him, but that's what I went for. And then for the revised super attack, I feel like his biggest weakness is definitely his defense, especially in events with multiple opponents. So greatly raised defense for 3 turns, because then obviously if you get additionals, you can stack that. Does immense damage and then greatly lowers attack and defense. So just an increase on the amount that he nerfs their attack and defense. And then the defense buff, and then his revised passive. So we get rid of those flat boosts, just give him a straight up attack and defense 100%, and then sticking to the way his kit worked before, we're going to give him a 2 or less enemies buff. He gets attack and defense 30% with a high chance to crit. Now, obviously, this is going to be active in most events. And then defense plus 50% and a high chance to dodge when facing 3 or more enemies. And this should fix one of his main issues, that you just can't use him in an event that has 3 or more enemies, which, let's be fair, pretty much only refers to Super Battle Road. So when it comes to Super Battle Road, what do you want? More defense and a chance to dodge the attacks. So there you go. That is my fan-made version of him. He's pretty OP, but like I said on the podcast, in Dragon Ball Heroes, Masked Saiyan is powerful enough to fight against Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. So I think you know, it's pretty OP, but I would love to see it. So let's get on to some of the other guys and see which ones they picked.
Okay, guys, so here we go. My personal pick is going to be number 57 for this Masked Saiyan EZA fan-made cards, and this is coming to us by Landon. So Landon, shout out to you, man. Thank you so much for your submission. And again, we got 213 submissions here, so I don't know exactly how many people are sending in their responses in terms of from the 59 Gaming crew. I'm assuming about 6, hopefully. But regardless, we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, let's take a look at what Landon did, and I'm going to explain why I personally like it, and then we'll just be cutting over to the other people. So, So for in terms of the new revised EZA leader skill, he would go for the all types key +3, stats up 120%. I definitely agree with that. As of right now, the Masked Saiyan definitely has a very leader skill. Back in the day when he originally released, it was actually really good, but nowadays this is kind of like, again, So I would definitely say this is definitely very good. You have to remember with these, typically with these big EZAs and everything like that, with the official ones where, you know, it's a 30 stage, you get the stones, the Kais and all that stuff. They can make some pretty big changes depending on, you know, who makes them. You know, I know AGL Super Vegeta wasn't changed that much, but usually the lesser cards, they do get built up pretty fast. I mean, Physical Kale is a perfect example of that, who's not a Dokkan Fest card, but she was definitely changed quite a bit. So she's definitely really good now. So anyway, let's take a look what the super attack does. So for the super attack, lowers attack and defense. So that stays the same. Currently, he already does lower the attack and defense automatically, and he gives him a 50% chance to stun. So that's a high chance right there. That's pretty nice. I'll take that. I would definitely like that, especially on something like Super Battle Road. All right, new revised passive skill. Let's take a look what this guy does. So attack and defense up 200%. You have to remember, this guy actually gets a flat boost right now. It's not a percent boost. It's a flat boost. Way back in the day when the summonable cards still got flat boosts and everything. So anyway, so attack and defense up 200% and guards against all attacks when facing 3 or less enemies. So this is going to be helpful in those long events, and actually also on some of the Super Battle Road stages where you will only fight against 2 opponents. So when you actually use extreme units though, so let's say for example, Extreme Tech here, this is going to help him out because Battles 2 and Battle 3 are always against 2 opponents when it comes to using extreme teams. So this guy's going to be guarding against those. I'll take that. 200% attack and defense. Sign me up. Not to mention you're going to be lowering their attack just by their super attack. I'll take it. I definitely like that so far. All right. Additional attack and defense up 100% and launches an additional super attack when facing off against 4 or more enemies. So that's mostly going to be helpful against the very first battle, and then sometimes the final battle for those extreme Super Battle Road stages, or just normal Super Battle Road stages in general. So that's definitely really good. You'll never see that against obviously long events because you only fight against 1 opponent, but for the harder events like Super Battle Road, you'll usually see that, I think, generally, which is pretty good. Guaranteed crit and dodge against time travel category enemies. So he even abbreviates here, saying that this means that he will only dodge attacks from them. So if Vegeta Blue, who is on the time travel category, attacks you, you'll dodge. But if Vegeta Blue and say a Roshi for some reason is also fighting on that same rotation, then you will automatically dodge the Vegeta Blue, but you will not dodge Roshi unless, of course, you give the character dodge via equipment skill, orbs, anything like that, right? So I definitely agree with that. And that's about it. There's nothing else much to it. I don't think Masked Saiyan's gonna get too much of he's not gonna get some extra big paragraph in terms of a passive, I think. I like it. It's straight, it's simple to the point where it still keeps in that whole, you know, face off against a certain amount of enemies, which he currently does have right now, which is definitely a hindrance to him. But I like it because it basically makes him super defensive and actually has a really high attack. Basically, when you're facing off against three or less enemies, you're going to lower the enemy's attack and stun them via the super attack. And if you happen to be facing against 4 or more enemies in a Super Battle Road stage, guess what? You get more attack and an automatic additional super attack, which again will lower the attack and defense of the enemy again. And that's really awesome right there. So, or especially if you get the first super attack off, doesn't stun. Second one can't stun as well right there. And then the whole guaranteed critical hit and dodge against time traveler category. I think to my knowledge, you would actually never see that in Extreme Tech Super Battle Road. I think Vegeta, Piccolo, Goku's, Goten's, Gohan's. Yeah, you never actually see that particular part there on Extreme Super Battle Road. But if you bring him into something like Pure Saiyan, because you have to remember, obviously he is a Pure Saiyan, or any other category that he might be on, which again could be the time, you know, you can bring him on the Time Traveler if you wanted to. You should be able to do that actually, because if you ever fight against some, I believe cells on Time Travelers, I think I haven't looked at the Time Travel category in who knows how long, but regardless, there are going to be some chances where you can take advantage of that. So that is definitely really nice. Maybe the only thing I guess I would change is maybe make it Time Travelers and Pure Saiyans be a little too crazy, but I just for the fun of it, I actually kind of want to say that now. So you know what? Just for the heck of it, make it Pure Saiyans and Time Travelers, just for the heck of it. Let's do it. Let's do it right there. So anyway, yeah. So that's my personal take on it. Again, very simple, easy card. Not too much of a big change, probably in most people's eyes, but for me personally, I like it. It improves them tenfold, gets rid of his restrictions for the most part on his passive skill, or at least amplifies them so much that it's not really going to be that, you know, of a hindrance to you. So anyway, that's it for my part, guys. Let's go on over to the next one.
Hello guys, this is Samblade from 59 Gaming, and today I am going to react to a fan-made card of the Masked Saiyan EZA, which is arriving soon to JP Dokkan, and I decided to pick the version from Minado's Flash. So what I was looking for was that this card should be desirable. So if I don't have that card, I have to be like, yeah, I have to get this card on a banner, or I have to buy it with coins. The second thing is it really has to help out Extreme Tech. You know, Extreme Tech, Extreme Sword Battle Road is a pain. And last but not least, it shouldn't be that overpowered, because I don't like that. Sure, Masked Saiyan is extremely powerful in Heroes. He swapped hands with Gogeta when Bardock, or well, the Masked Saiyan turned Super Saiyan 3, he swapped hands with Dark Masked King, and yeah, I get that. Like, Masked Saiyan is incredibly powerful, but yeah, I don't like if a unit is too powerful. Like, if you give him like attack and defense up 300%, I think I saw that once. Yeah, not a big fan of that. But Minado's Flash really nailed it with this one. It's really realistic, and yeah, as you can see at the bottom of the screen, he put in already a lot of effort, so I want to honor that by pick that one. So yeah, let me go over this card. So the leader skill is all types, key +3, HP, attack and defense up 100%, so that is really realistic. I think we will get that. I like that leader skill, even though it won't help me as a player, but yeah, this is very realistic. So his super attack greatly raises attack and defense for one turn. I assume that is 50% for the super attack multiplier, and yeah, 50% defense, and causes immense damage while greatly lowering attack and defense. This is very good, especially in combination with the passive skill. Attack and defense up 120% unconditionally. When facing 2 or more enemies, additional attack and defense up 30%, and reduces damage received by 40%. So let me stop right here. When I saw that, I was like, okay, this is the one. Because you know how bad Extreme Tech ESBR is, and together with the Elatech Broly, this rotation will be very, very good for this mode. More people are able to beat it then, and yeah, that damage reduction is really, really, really good, especially with that defense of 150% in that mode. So yeah, I love that. When attacking an enemy in the attack or defense down status, all allies key +3 and 80% chance to perform a critical hit. This is very good. If you decide to keep Ella Broly in the first slot and then attack an enemy, he will lower his defense, his or her defense, and yeah, Masked Saiyan can go all out then with an 18% chance of performing a critical hit for all allies. So yeah, and that all allies key +3 is very good too, because as you know, Extreme Tech doesn't have a lot of cohesion, so the floater will benefit from this part of the passive. I really think this would be a very, very good card for Extreme Tech, and that's what I was looking for. So as you can see, there are some calculations here. Yeah, he's rainbowed, full passive, linked with tech Reddits for Saiyan Lineage, Saiyan Warrior Race, Brutal Beatdown, and Fierce Battle. It will be kind of similar with Elatech Broly. As you might know, I don't have the Reddits. I just cannot pull him. I cannot pull him. But yeah, 2.6 million attack stat is really good. That the defensive stat post super attack with that damage reduction is awesome. I really like that. So yeah, good job, Minado's Flash. I really like your version, and yeah, I think this EZA could turn out this way, or well, somewhat similar. So I don't think that we will get that 18% chance of performing critical hit, or that support passive at the end. Maybe something else. Maybe super effective against all types. Or, well, you know. But yeah. Good job, Minado's Flash.
Hey guys, Nolar here, and I'm here to pick my choice of the fan-made cards that I think would work really well with Masked Saiyan. So, let's take a look at his original kit. So we have a compare and contrast style here going. And all right, so all types key 3, 50% attack and defense, immense damage and lowers attack and defense, 50,000 attack, 20,000 defense when facing 2 or less enemies. Okay, so he needs an update. That's pretty obvious. And here's my pick. MSSM, congrats, you're my pick. I think yours is pretty good, and I'll explain why. So, Time Traveler's key +3, HP attack and defense 120, or all types key +3, HP attack and defense 100. Pretty solid. I think that's cool that he gave a category lead in addition to the all types lead. Probably they would only give him the all types, but giving another category lead is not a bad idea, especially for Battlefield, or you want to try some wacky builds on longer events. This is not a bad idea. So, new revised super attack effect greatly raises attack and defense, causes immense damage to enemy, and lower attack and defense. So that's stacking. Yeah, he deserves it. So compare this one, just lowers attack and defense, just immense damage, stacking attack and defense, and lowers attack and defense on the enemy. That's fine. And now this is where it gets a little interesting. So attack 120, defense 70 when facing 7 or less enemies. Don't think there's a case when you're facing more than 7 enemies, is there? Like, beside World Tournament only has 7, so you might as well just say attack and defense attack 120, defense 70%, honestly. Time Travelers category, Pure Saiyans or Extreme Tech Allies, key +2 attack and defense 30%, and a 50% chance of evading enemies' attack, including super attack. That is pretty cool. I like the fact that he brought in Pure Saiyans, Time Travelers category, and Extreme Tech Allies, giving them some support with the 2 key attack and defense 30%, as well as a chance to evade enemies' attack, including super attack. Maybe if not 15, maybe 10, because that might just be a lot, but 15 is pretty low too, so I'm just nitpicking here. I think this is a really good part of his kit right here. All right, the next part is he guards enemies' attack when there's 2 or more Pure Saiyans or Time Traveler allies on the team, plus an additional attack 20% and 10% chance of launching an additional super attack to all allies when guard is activated for forward turns. This is kind of interesting because basically it's like condition upon condition, right? Your condition is, your first one is you're gonna guard if you have 2 or more Pure Saiyans or Time Travelers. If you guard, then you give an additional 20% attack and 10% chance of launching an additional super to yourself and your allies. Or maybe it's just all allies. I'm not sure, but either way, that's a very unique concept of condition upon condition. Don't know if that'll track very well, but to me, that's pretty cool. So you guard, then you give everyone else a little boost. I think that's pretty awesome. So that's my pick, MSSM. Thank you very much. I'm sure by the time this comes out, the actual reveal of what he does is out, but nonetheless, we're going to try to engage with you guys, with the community. I appreciate you guys sending in 234 responses. More than likely it's like 220 plus, because I'm sure there's some double responses in here, but either way, that's a lot. And we on behalf of 5-9, thank you very much for participating, and we want to engage with the community. So thanks a lot, guys. On to the next one.
Yo, this is Kensei. So the guys want me to do pick one of the fan made cards from this from the Twitter question. Oh, not the Twitter, but the tweet that the 59 Gaming put. So this time we're doing is the Masked Saiyan EZA. So I looked over a couple of the fan made cards, and I think I love the number 18 one. So here it is. So the username is Oshadvid. I think that's how I say name. Shout out to you. All right. So his new revised EZA solar scale, it's going to be all types key +4, stats all 80%. Makes sense because remember the Vegito and also the Rose also has the same stats, so I would definitely could see that happening, having all 80s. And I can see it having, yeah, because remember correctly, the EZA Vegito Blue also does all key, so super class allies or super class key +4 to all stats, and also 80%. So that does make sense that this is going to be the same thing as the Rose and Vegito Blue. All right, for the super attack effect, it's first attack and defense in 1 turn. That's really good. And then immense damage. Okay, nice. And then low attack and defense. Yes, this is what I like to see. I think the EZA well, not the EZA, but the Masked Saiyan does I think lower attack and defense, remember correctly. But the only thing that I will definitely change is greatly lower attack and defense, so that way he can be really good for extreme sort of battle road. So hopefully that does become a real thing for his real EZA. So he'll be really definitely good for extreme sort of battle road. Because this right here so far is really good. I like it that he will probably attack and defense for 1 turn, so he can have some defense. Because remember correctly, he remember he has just a base, like flat numbers, like all he has. So I would assume that his numbers will change it into percentage, so he can actually defend himself in the extreme sort of battle road stages. All right, so new passive skill: attack and defense 100% when launching a super attack. Okay. Really nice. The only issue that I have with that is, of course, he's not unconditionally attacking defense 100%. So when he's on the first slot, he cannot take a hit. Like he cannot take a hit at all. So, I mean, that is where he's gonna be taking a lot of damage from normals. Is that when you put him in the first slot, you still take a lot of hits, like a damage, of course. Like he's not gonna tank at all, but of course, when after he supers, he's gonna tank a lot. So that makes sense. And then keep +2 attack and defense plus 50% when facing 2 more enemies. Okay, so so this is 2 minutes or less. Okay, so my bad. When facing 2 or enemies or less. Okay, yeah, I think that seems good. So he's getting an unconditionally attack and defense plus 50% when facing 2 or enemies or less. 2 or less enemies. My bad, or less. So that is nice. So he gets 100 attack, 150% to attack and defense when he does his super attack, and also when he's fighting 2 or less enemies. So really nice. And all allies keep +1. Okay, so he's going to the route for the Kid Buu route. Attack and defense with 30% to okay, so all allies keep +1 attack and defense with 30%. Okay, I like that. That's pretty good for a good supporter. And all allies attack and defense plus -20% with placing 2 or more allies. Okay, so it's really good for extreme sort of battle, but definitely for short. Remember, because you're gonna fight a lot of enemies that have like 5 or more. So this is pretty good for that stage, especially for that fight as well. So that I get that. Yep. So the best scenario is that you wanna pretty much have him is fighting against 2 enemies or less. So that makes sense. And then of course, this is a really interesting little concept here, which is a great chance to seal for 2 turns when attacking an extreme class enemy. Okay, and then a high chance to stun for 2 turns when attacking a super class enemy. That's really good. I actually like that a lot. So this is a really good concept, a really good mechanic thing where I don't think nobody in the Dokkan has this kind of kind of passive where one focuses on extreme class enemy and also one focuses on super class enemy. So that makes really this is what struck me out for this fan made card, is that this right here is really interesting and I really want to see it happening. Is it gonna happen? Probably not, but I really like this concept. So other than that, I do love this fan-made card for this EZA Masked Saiyan. I really hope that they do justice for that EZA Masked Saiyan. Other than that, guys, this is Kensei, and I'll catch you next time.
Hey guys, welcome back. It's Gail. I'm gonna be continuing on with this train of cards to cover, and we're going on to Mr. Suits' card now, where he will be giving us his take on what will be the Masked Saiyan EZA. So he's basically telling us that it'll be an all types 4 key and HP attack and defense 130%. I personally think that would be amazing, but I personally disagree. I don't think it'll be like that. I think they'll go with the Vegeta Blue and good Rose route and just make it an 80% lead. I think about a middle of the two would be the best case scenario. If it'll happen, it'll be 100% lead, but I personally doubt it. But still, this is a leader skill that would have been amazing, to be honest, to get, you know. His revised new super attack effect will be raises attack and defense for 1 turn and causes immense damage and greatly lowers attack and defense. Now that would be a lot of things in one. That would be nuts. That would be absolutely nuts. You know, I'll take that. I would take that, but I highly doubt it'll be that. I think they'll just stick to the greatly lowers attack and defense. Maybe attacker raises attack for one turn, or raises defense for one turn, or maybe a greatly raises on one of the two stats. But I just think that's too much happening in one shot. I don't. Is there any, I'm not sure if there's any unit that does that, or it does that in this sort of fashion. Let me know down in the comments below if a unit does do like this whole passive or this super attack effect, not passive per se. What is the new revised passive skill? 120% attack and defense at the start of turn when facing 2 or less enemies. Reduce damage by 30% when facing through more than 2 enemies. Reduce damage by 40. Wait, huh? Oh, okay. So 120% attack and defense at the start of turn, and that's just it. And then when it's 2 or less enemies, it's 30% reduction in damage. And then when it's 2 or more enemies, it's 40% damage reduction. Okay, that's kind of cool, kind of unique. It keeps that whole 2 or less enemies and adds a 2 or more enemies feature to it. And and his percentage boost is just start of turn, which is also awesome. All allies gain 2 ki, 50% attack, and a 10% chance to perform an additional super attack when either an ally whose name is Towa or Mira is attacking in the same turn. Now that's cool. That's cool. I back that. The only thing I'd say maybe is what I would prefer is if it was in the same team rather than the same turn of attacking. But still, nonetheless, that's still really cool. Looking forward to seeing if it's anything like this. I would be down for that. That's a unit that I would make sure he's SA10 duped out and ready to go, because personally, of course, I just only awakened my Masked Saiyan like a couple of days ago, so something like that would be insane. I think that's a possibility. I just think that it won't have the reduced damage feature. I just think depending on the amount of enemies, the percentage boost will change for what he'll have for attack and defense. I don't think the damage reduction will be there. I think there's a very high chance he could end up being a support unit. However, they could just throw in some support ability, if that's a word, in him. So definitely can see some of everything here, but more than anything else, it's a bit extreme in my opinion. Some of the features that Mr. Suits has added to this unit. So while it's a great unit, there are some things that'll get toned down, I think, in the final version, unfortunately. But that's my take on what Masked Saiyan EZA will be. We will move on to the next person who will probably give their take on what the Masked Saiyan EZA will be.
Hey guys, Gotcha Talks here. Thank you so much for all the submissions for the Masked Saiyan EZA fan-made cards. It means a lot. We have gone through a lot of these, and all of you have been coming up with some insanely good ideas. So this is the one I went ahead and picked. It's number 6. My boy's name is called In My Flop Era, which is pretty funny. Well, In My Flop Era Lamau. Pretty cool name, man. Pretty cool name. So talking about it a bit. So for the leader, he put 100%. 100% for time travelers, or all type stats of 90%. I agree with the all types 90%. Of course, 3 key 90% all stats would be pretty cool, or they could do 3 key and 100% for all stats. As of right now, he's 50%, so jumping it to 90 or 100 would be pretty cool. I don't think they would go as far as 120, but 90 or 100 I think would be pretty feasible in terms of not being too broken as a leader skill. I think that would be pretty nice. So good job with the all type stats 90%. I'm sure you forgot to put the 3 key, but of course, throw 3 key on there. If they wanted to do 90% and give him 4 key though, that would be pretty dope as well. So let's move on to the super attack effect. He did go ahead and put greatly lowers enemy attack and defense, which is fantastic. I think that is a great, I hope they actually just add that in. I think that would definitely benefit quite a bit, especially with, how his passive works when he's facing 2 or more enemies. So he kind of themes more towards the super bad road side of things, but this is where I really liked where my man In My Flop Era came with. So over the Dokkan podcast, me and Talon definitely really wanted this guy to actually be a support unit, which he went ahead and did. So let's read the exact passive that he wrote. So attack and defense plus 100%, get an extra attack of 70% and defense plus 40% when facing 2 or more enemies. I like that a lot. So In Super Bad Road, he would be getting 170% attack and 140% defense, on top of greatly lowering attack and defense. So that would be pretty damn solid. And then I love this section right here: extreme class allies, key +3 and 40% attack. That would be super cool. Now, even if they lowered that 40% to 30%, that would be dope. Like I mentioned in the podcast, I would love it if they made him kind of similar to AGL Rose. So this would be pretty damn solid. He wouldn't be as great defensively as Rose, because Rose could get up to 180% defense after being fully built up. But this is still a huge amount of... Obviously, this would be an amazing EZA if they went ahead and dropped it like this. Not to say that all the other submissions weren't fantastic. I love them. You guys came up with great ideas, but this is actually what I really wanted, and someone was able to get that pretty much down, dude. So like, great job with this one. Definitely a very good EZA. I would love to see that support. I would love to see that attack and defense. I would love to see a 4-key 90% leader, and that is where I'm gonna go ahead and sign off, guys. So again, thank you so much for your submission in my flop era Lamau. It means a lot, and guys, keep doing the submissions so that way one day your submissions could be on the video. So guys, thank you so much, and we'll be passing this over to the next one. See you guys later.
Alrighty, guys, there we go. So we are all officially done. I hope you guys enjoyed checking out what everyone thought about the EZAs here, fan-made cards that you guys sent in to us. Again, as always, we are sorry we're not able to hit all of them, but a lot, we tried to go through 213 plus responses. We're not being able to hit every single one of them because we would literally be here for weeks. So, but anyway, let us know your thoughts down in the comments. Do you like our picks that we picked? Or if you did not, if yours was not in here, what was yours and why do you think yours could be better than the ones we personally picked? Or if the official EZA is out already / revealed already, then let us know your thoughts on that one compared to the ones we picked, or even compared to the one that you made, or how would you change the official EZA if it's been announced already. So anyway, guys, that is gonna be it for the video. Let us know your thoughts below in the comments. As always, leave a like if you liked the video, subscribe if you haven't been new, and again, check out 59 Gaming on Twitter, Twitch, obviously YouTube, which you're here already, Instagram, all those links down below in the description. And thank you so much for the awesome support. Until next time, everyone, we will see you all in the next one. Johnny.